What is up, ladies and gentlemen? CJ the Cheese DJ here, and we are back with a brand new style of video for you guys today, and that is a top 5 Total War Warhammer video. Now guys, as you guys know, the new DLC is pretty much around the corner, and we've decided to do a top 5 video on the best units in the DLC. Now guys, as you can see, we've got some Empire units over here, so we're going to kick off the list at number 5, and number 5 is the Black Lions War Wagon. Now, this is the Regiment of Renown with the Hellblaster gun. It's the only style of war wagon with the Hellblaster, and it's well deserved as it is the Regiment of Renown. Now, this thing is an absolute monster. It's got 965 missile damage, 250 range, 3,500 HP, 90 armor. It does have some decent melee attack and melee defense for when it does run out of ammunition and you need to get it into the fray. But this thing pretty much just shreds through anything it comes across. You can see these poor Salamanders hunting packs are actually starting to run from us. This Regiment of Renown is a great addition to the Hunter and the Beast DLC, and it absolutely kicks ass wherever it goes. You can see they're unloading on the Ancient Sallies. Look at that damage that it is dealing to them. They are pretty much already like a quarter of their health is pretty much just being taken out by a single volley from the Hellblaster. It's great. And if you ever get in a pickle and you need to re-maneuver it real quick, you have that because they have this mobility that are on the back of their war wagons. The standard Hellblaster does not have that, and this bad boy is definitely worth the investment and one of the best units to come out of this new DLC. Look at these poor Salamanders. They've got no idea what to do. They're running back and forth trying to escape. They've already started routing. They are in a bit of trouble. So we can easily turn this around now, aim for the Carnosaur, and just watch the damage come into these guys. Look at them unloading. Look at that damage going in. Now we've got the Huntsman, I think, helping out a little bit as well. But even so, the Hellblaster War Wagon is still unloading. And even if it does miss the initial target, you can see that it is actually backing up into the Skink cohort and taking them on as well. So they are definitely a great unit to bring along. And make sure you turn off skirmish mode so you actually have the ability to control when they retreat and whatnot. But these guys are a great unit. I would heavily recommend getting them and giving them a try when the DLC drops. We're going to turn them around face now, but you can see how quick they are to get out of the fray. The Carnosaur does have a speed of 75, however we do have 50, and you can easily utilize that to, intercept your other units with them and whatnot. I would definitely recommend getting them. So guys, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty guys, and coming in at number 4, we have the Cohort of Huatl. Now, these guys are absolute killing machines. Just look at them with their little fists of glory. They are dealing so much damage to these orcs, and I feel sorry for the orcs. These big crockies are the Regiment of Renown of the Sacred Kroxigors, and they pack a punch wherever they go. Now, they are best used in tandem with other units that can deal a lot of damage. Main reason being because they have the ability to sunder armor. Now, you can see over here, if we can get their little card up, there we go. You can see that their melee attack does provide armor sundering as well as magical attacks. Now, the standard Kroxigors do magical damage as well, but these guys deal armor sundering, which, like I said, is great for just shredding through any sort of armored targets. They deal so much damage, and I would really recommend bringing them in. Now, not only are they good in the campaign, but they're also really good for multiplayer, and I see them definitely filling a niche role in multiplayer due to that armor sundering ability. Because if you bring yourselves these guys along with a huge, say, I don't know, group of Dreadsaurians or Carnosaurs or any sort of dinos, the dinosaurs will pretty much be able to just eat through whatever units come their way due to these guys breaking through all their armor. These guys have some of the cooler animations as well. Due to them being in the new update, I reckon that's the main reason why. But pretty much these guys have the ability to swallow whole enemies as well as do their croc roll, punch the ground to make a boulder come out, and then fling that boulder at their enemy. These guys are incredible, even though they are currently routing, I think, at the moment. Are they routing? They are sort of a little bit scared and they're running off. But these guys still are great. And I would definitely recommend using these guys in multiplayer and in the campaign. So guys, let's move on to the next one. Now guys, coming in at number 3, we have Marcus Wolfheart, the legendary lord of the Hunt Marshals, and this guy is an absolute beast when it comes to felling monsters. He has anti-large properties across his whole kit, and you can see he's got 50 armor, 556 missile damage, 280 of it is armor piercing, and he has 120 bonus versus large. He also has a 360-degree radius and he can fire whilst moving, which is perfect for, you know, doing those kiting builds and just dealing a crap ton of damage. He also has his amber bow ability and the focused shot, which will do a lot of damage. What did we actually just get shot by? Dang, that actually knocked us on our ass. So he is great. He can fire whilst moving, so if you ever need to retreat, you do have that ability to deal damage and retreat at the same time. But this guy is just an anti-large hunting machine. He'll be able to take out most things, not in seconds, but pretty dang fast. He has incredible range, he's got incredible power. You can see they were just popping off on tic-tac-toe up in the sky. Look at how much damage one shot just did. And if he ever gets himself in too much of a pickle where he can't escape, he has the Hunter's Snare ability, which pretty much allows him to trap whatever is in that radius right there. They cannot move for a solid, I believe it's 11 seconds. So that gives him enough time to retreat into his back line while still being able to fire as well. Poor tic-tac-toe up there is copping a bloody powerful couple of hits from him. But you can see here these sallies are just popping off on Marcus right now. But you're having a bit of a problem? Just pop the Hunter's Snare. You can see this Feral Carnosaur is coming right at us. I'm going to pop it right there. It should trap him. There you go. Gives us the chance to back away. Now, obviously, you're not going to send him in by himself without any units back up. And you can definitely use the Hunter's Snare to more of a kite build. But you can see he is currently retreating and still firing at tic-tac-toe. We are going to pop the Amber Bow as well one more time. And this is a great weapon for him. So this is his actual weapon. And it causes major magical damage. It's effective at long range, good from a high angle, good against large combatants, and strong versus single combatants. So this guy is just built to destroy dinosaurs. So you definitely need to give yourselves a try with Marcus. And that's why he comes in at number 3 on the list. Now guys, coming in at number 2, we have the Dread Saurian. Now, this one that we have here is the Feral Dread Saurian, and I honestly do believe that this is the best Saurian out of all 3. Now, mainly for the multiplayer aspect of him, this guy only costs 2,300 to bring into battle, whereas the standard Dread Saurian costs 3,200, whereas the Shredder of Lustria costs 3,800. So the Feral Dread Saurian is definitely cost effective, and he does the job just as well as any of the other Saurians. And I just think he's great. Now, the only downside between this guy and the other standards is that he doesn't have the extra range damage on his back, and that he has the ability to rampage. However, you can easily solve that with the Cold-Blooded, which provides the rampage prevention and 16 leadership. So it's definitely worth investing in just bringing one of these Feral Dread Saurians along. If you easily pair him with, say, a Caster of the Heavens, you will be able to restore his health as well with Apotheosis and, you know, keep him topped up. You can currently see here he is routing, but he's pretty much fought this army all by himself, besides Nakai. So Nakai is, you know, great, and these two definitely complement each other. But this guy is just absolutely amazing. He's got 750 weapon strength, 220 of that is standard weapon damage, and 530 of it is armor piercing damage. He's got over 10,000 health, and he's just an absolute machine that pretty much can destroy anything in his path. Now, another thing is that the Feral Dread Saurian also causes terror. So against armies that have low leadership, for example the Greenskins, he's very effective at clearing them away because he has the ability to cause terror, which will demoralize them extremely well and pretty much cause them to run away. So if the Dread Saurian can't physically eat them, mentally he will scare the crap out of them and cause them to crap themselves and run as far as the hills can provide them. So guys, let's move on to number 1. Alrighty guys, and coming in at number 1, we have Nakai the Wanderer. Now, Nakai is the legendary lord for the Lizardmen that comes along with the Hunter and the Beast DLC, and you can see that this guy is an absolute machine, just destroying absolutely everything in his path. He's definitely a threat to be reckoned with, and I love him, and I definitely think he is the best unit to come out of the Hunter and the Beast DLC. Look at this big chunky boy. He just straight up punched that knight off his horse. I haven't seen that before. That was hilarious. He just sent that dude flying off his horse. This guy's animations are great. His skills are amazing, and I just really love his campaign as well. He pretty much acts as a horde faction, and you can see each swing of his mace is enough to just straight up fell one of the cavalry knights. He is an absolute monster. spawned in the first spawning, the last living Kroxigor from that spawning. Look at him, taking on a whole unit of bloody cavalry. He's an absolute machine. He just took out 2 of them. And like I said, he's got amazing stats, and he's got 120 armor, 5.2k health, 80 leadership, 50 speed, 60 melee attack, 40 melee defense, 520 weapon strength, 380 of it is armor piercing, while 140 of it is your standard weapon strength. As well as that, he's got a charge bonus of 24. He also comes with the Miasma of Despair and Primal Roar, as well as obviously Cold Blooded, which all Lizardmen, heroes, and lords get. But this guy is just an absolute unit, and he's well deserving of his name. And you just need to try this guy out, guys. I'm telling you, he's an absolute machine, and I just love him to bits. He's great for dealing with pretty much any threat you throw him at, unless of course it's sort of like a group of anti-large. Even then, he will be able to put up a fight against them, but he will obviously eventually come down to anti-large units because, well, they've got that anti-large buff. But he's just an awesome unit. He also has the Golden Tributes, which is his item, and this actually provides perfect vigor to all allies in range, which is in a 30-meter radius. So he is absolutely great. And like I said, Primal Roar is great as well for when you're in the thick of things and you need the extra physical resistance and melee attack for the rest of your units. He can easily provide that for them, and you can see here the poor Empire didn't know what just hit him when Nakai came into the field. So guys, that's going to wrap up the video today. Let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Let me know whether or not you'd like to see more of these. This is my first time doing a Total Warhammer top 5 or top 10, but if you guys are interested in seeing more, let me know down below in the comments. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below for more. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one.